give you an overview of those that we have on the panel. So for the Halal Roundtable, our moderator will be Ms. Amna Shari, the CEO of Sarunai Commerce. She is the CEO of a company she established in 2009 to realize her vision of creating a connected and integrated halal international trade platform. She is accomplished and a multi-award-winning international business consultant and entrepreneur who has over 35 years of experience as a CEO and business consultant. The world's first global halal data pool, GHDP, Amna's brainchild, was then adopted by the Halal Industry Development Corporation, HDC Malaysia, an agency under the Malaysia's Ministry of International Trade and Commerce. GHDP was designed by Amna to be inclusive and accessible to communities all over the world, providing them tools to sell their products globally. So she will be our moderator. Next, we have our first panelist, His Excellency Emir Hazikadunic, the Ambassador of Bosnia and Herzegovina to Malaysia. He is, in addition to the ambassador, he was appointed in 2016. Prior to his current position, he was the Secretary General of the International University of Sarajevo. He holds master's degrees from the University of Bologna and the International University of Sarajevo, as well as a bachelor degree from International Islamic University, Malaysia, IIUM. Next, we have another ambassador, which is His Excellency Kreso Glavaš, the ambassador of the Republic of Croatia to Malaysia. He is currently serving as the ambassador of the Republic of Croatia to Malaysia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, and Brunei Darussalam. He has a solid career background in Croatian foreign policy with over 10 years of experience. Prior to his appointment in Malaysia, he was appointed to serve Istanbul, Ankara, and Sarajevo embassies. He was the advisor to the Minister of Foreign and European Affairs to the Republic, to the Affairs of the Republic, the Director of Foreign and European Affairs at the Croatian government, and the head of cabinet of the First Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign and European Affairs of the Republic of Croatia. He holds a degree from the University of Zagreb. All right, without further ado, I would like to invite first our moderator for today, Ms. Amna Shari, to please come and take a seat in the middle of the desk here, or the round table, to head our panel. And followed by her, yes, please give a round of applause. I would like to also invite His Excellency Mr. Emir Hazikadunic to also join her on the stage. His Excellency Mr. Kreso Glavaš. Mr. Roslan Saluddin, General Manager of KFC Holdings Malaysia Berhad Group. And also, Dr. Sirajuddin Suhaimi, Director of Malaysia Halal Council Secretariat, Jakim. We also have Noor Azlina Muhammad Dawood from Islam Ventures in Berhad. And if available, we also have invited Hamida Juso, the Director of Jalinan Ilmu Sendirian Berhad. Okay, now we are complete. This is our panel for today. So I will hand over the panel to Ms. Amna, but I'll also ask you to please give an eye to our timekeeper, and if you see me come here, that means it's really over the time. Okay, so Bismillah, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everybody, are we awake? Yes. Is the room too dark? Slightly, but I hope it's not a determinant for us to talk about discussion today. It is a tough topic, B2B, for halal food, okay? But I am very privileged to be with all the speakers here, but I have a good, easy job slightly because Dr. Shurajuddin, who has PhD in technology, is here and he gave you already the briefing about the halal food in general. So I got a pretty easy job, to conduct this roundtable. I was given only 45 minutes. That's not long, right? And since the MC only introduced all the speakers, I think we just go direct to the business, right? So, for your information, you know already from Dr. Shurajuddin that halal is not new. It's been around a long time. Jacking itself been around for 51 years, and finally, we have about 78, 80 certification body globally as our member of IHAB, which is created by Malaysia. Malaysia is the Secretary General and the President today. It's been incorporated in April. So even in Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, we have certification bodies certified by Jackie. Fantastic. We have our KFC, Pizza Hut, which been in halal long time, very active in the region. We have our Puan Hamida here, who's fantastic in ISOs. By the way, Malaysia have 14 halal standard today. Do you know that? The last one is medical devices. We created that. And Puan Hamida had this ISOs company that even Sharia compliant, she's also, certified them. And of course, Puan Dazlina, so you are been in logistic halal and been around in Africa, Philippines, Japan, and across the world. So these are my panelists, All the Croatia is, I would say majority, 90% are Christian. You do have a certification body, which is fantastic. Right? And of course, Bosnia, as you know, a very good supporter of Muslim. Right, let's start the discussion by saying, do you know that today, there's over 400 to 600 uncertified certification bodies? Who doesn't know? That's new, right? So, suddenly with the increase of halal demand, suddenly you will see so many Maulana here, Maulana there, who just pop up like mushrooms. Right? I was informed, I cannot validate this figure. They said in Japan itself, there's about 100 certification bodies. Last year, JAKIM certifies 7 certification bodies, but today there's left 6. What happened to the other one? Right? So something is wrong. But Alhamdulillah bil alamin, JAKIM certification of ISOs is considered the best or the platinum standard in the world because we are stringent. Yeah? We are backed by the government. Do you know that we have 5 million ringgit compound if you do fake halal? That's new to you, to some of you, right? So how do we mitigate this? Even now with digital economy of halal, you can buy anything online, Alibaba, Amazon. Are you aware Amazon and Alibaba have a halal chapter as well? You can buy anywhere. But how do you know it is halal? So again, people are faking halal in a big way, right? So yes, like Bosnia and also Croatia, they have a lot of demand in tourism. Tourism is the key thing. By the way, fantastic, beautiful countries you should visit. But here I am saying that, but I've never been there. So let's try. So I like to start again. I'm sorry to say, because today the topic is that how do we mitigate this fake halal and suddenly all the certification bodies out there claiming that they have the best ISOs and so on and so forth. Alamak, oh dear, which one is real? Which one is not real? And now with e-commerce, they just put their product online in Amazon, eBay, and Alibaba. And how do you know it's halal? How do you know that it is really genuine halal? As Dato mentioned just now, not Muslim only buy the halal, it's the non-Muslim. Especially in China, as you know, halal is safe. Halal is hygienic and halal is about traceability. Even every ingredient must be checked and they must be from the halal factory or halal kitchen. That's how beautiful our halal and Toiban is. Okay, let's talk about, I'm going to direct the first question to Dato' Shirajuddin. So because recently, for the first time after 51 years, can I say that? Dato', sorry, maybe slightly lower years. Malaysia, who has all these partners around the world in 45 countries, 78 certification bodies, finally, all these partners agree to form iHub. What is the function of it? Can it mitigate fake and also fake malan? I'm sorry to say that, but this is what? Silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, the moderator, Ponamna. She just mentioned about iHub, which is the short name for International Halal Authority Board. If in UAE we have iHub, which is International Halal Accreditation Forum. That's for the accreditation. In Malaysia, we established together with all the 45 countries. Last year, we had the first General Assembly, and alhamdulillah, last April, we had the second General Assembly. We already established our Board of Governance, where I have as a platform to harmonize between all certification bodies. Since we know that there's no one standard to all, we have respect to all countries that already have established their halal standard, their halal guidelines, all related to halal certification. What we are doing under this iHub to promote the harmonization of halal certification between all countries. And alhamdulillah, till date, we are 78. But the latest numbers I can say is 80 certification bodies that we recognize and the members of iHub. And under this platform is not only to promote the respect and gratitude among all the members, we promote the capacity development program between each other. Especially when we want to share the Malaysian experience to all, how we are doing the halal certification, how we develop the standard, how we implement it, how we do the monitoring and enforcement, especially as the government. That's what we have today. And inshallah, before end of the year, we are going to have our first Board of Governance meeting. And next year, the third, I have General Assembly will be done in coming April, inshallah. That's an introduction. Thank you.
Very good, very good. So we want to know why only now you form it. What was the issue before that? What was the issue that they don't like each other? I'm sorry to say that, right? Because they always fighting. Because, by the way, JAKIM only certified non-profit organization to be part of iHub. So that's a very good one. So we're talking about empowering social enterprise. So what is the real issue that they're fighting, Dato' Rutin?
Okay, sorry to say, when they establish numbers of association where they collect fees from the halal certification. So then it's related to dollar and cent. That's normally why people is competing each other because of money. But here in this iHub, we try to convince all the certification body how we can collaborate, working together, not to compete, not to fight, but how we can collaborate in working in harmony to harmonize the between all the certification bodies, how we can work together to keep the integrity of halal certification still in place. If they want to compete, So one aspect of integrity is not there already. Okay.
Okay, very good answer. I would like to address now to His Excellency Kresor Klava, which is from the Ambassador of the Republic of Croatia to Malaysia. So Croatia, almost 95%, 90% are Christian, you know, with due respect, but they do have a certification body. How do you regulate halal in your country, and how do you do promotion? Because of course, I read in the article that you have millions visitors around the world, even from Islamic country, to come to your country. So what's your take in that? How do you regulate it? How do you support it? And how do you promote it in your country, halal?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to my friend, boss and ambassador who actually proposed that I also be a participant of this panel. I also would like to highlight on the beginning and thank to Dr. Sirajuddin, who helped Croatia a lot about Jakim who approved the Croatian Center of Halal recognition. And I will tell you one secret about, maybe that is not so diplomatically, but Croatia recognized the Malaysian Jakim as one of the most important authority body for recognition of halal products. And of course, Croatia is not, according to history, is not Islam country. That is 90% Roman Catholic, but you have to know that Croatia has a long tradition of recognition Islam as a institutional religion. That is one of the first European country who recognized institutionally and constitutionally Islam as a religion. So the wave of Islam community and Muslim started much before than in other Western countries and other European countries. So we don't have any kind of colonial backgrounds. We don't have any kind of negative aspect of these social waves. So Islam community in Croatia has a long history, and very prominent people from Islam community, so that is from high level of society coming from Croatian Islam community. As you pointed well, Croatia is a touristic country. Many of tourists coming to Croatia, and I have to tell you that we increased 40% of growth when we started with the halal policies.
Wonderful, 40% growth in tourism.
Yes, 40% of tourists who are coming from Middle East, who are coming from Arabian Peninsula, and who are coming from Malaysia, Indonesia. So that is a really significant numbers. That is not small. 40% of tourists. Also, Malaysia is a touristic country, and you can understand how big is actually this income.
So is there an advisor in your cabinet or in your government about Islam or food halal?
Yes. I tell you that it's very important role in Croatian political internal life is playing a Croatian mufti. So he has diplomatic passport. He is the person who represents Croatia and of course Islam community in Croatia. So we are very happy and glad to have this kind of relations. As I said, historical background actually generates this kind of relations between community and society.
Amazing, thank you.
Yes, we don't have kind of Islamophobia or whatever these new terms existing in Europe. As I said, very prominent people coming from Islam community, and we built 2012 one of the most beautiful mosques in Rijeka in Croatia. And 2016 we held a Halal International Conference in Rijeka, and that was the, of course, anniversary of 100 years of Islam recognition, Islam as a religion in Croatia.
Amazing. That's fantastic promotion from the government itself. So I must congratulate you and your country. So talking about Malaysia, the enforcement, if you have fake halal, is under domestic trade. Okay, Ministry of Domestic Trade. If there's a scarce or people complain, domestic trade ministry will go and hunt you and check whether that product is halal or not. So, of course, I said there's jail, and also there's up to 5 million ringgit penalty. In fact, I was informed that Jakim will be working with Interpol in order to protect all the IHUB members as well. Let's talk. So I will not ask His Excellency again about how he enforces it. It's good that they're already adopting, because they're adopting halal. 40% in the Muslim community, tourism come to your beautiful country. How about Bosnia, His Excellency? I want to ask, do you have a similar promotion? Or do you have an enforcer to create this? And how many halal companies in your country?
Assalamu alaikum and greetings to everyone. First of all, thank you for inviting me to this conference. I'm really happy to share Bosnian experience in halal industry. But before that, I would like to extend my gratitude to Malaysian government who supported Bosnian halal industry in general and Sarajevo Halal Fair in particular. And especially I would like to extend my gratitude to Malaysian Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, who was actually the patron of the Sarajevo Halal Fair last year. And he was also the founding patron of the Sarajevo Business Forum. These two forums are leading business conferences in this part of the world that promote not only halal industry but also business-friendly environment among GCC countries, ASEAN members, and so on and so forth. Why I say this as an introductory point, I would like just you to know that in the last 6 months we have had 3 state ministers from Malaysian government, Minister Mujahid, Minister Nasution, and Minister Rizwan, who visited actually and attended these 2 forums. So it shows how bilateral relations, how actually we see Malaysia as a halal hub, as a country with a huge experience, 50 years experience in this industry, and we see we can benefit from Malaysia a lot. Well, Bosnia is the halal concept, halal industry is not a new concept for us. Bosnian Halal Agency has been established 15, 16 years ago. It has been accrediting different companies, products, services, not only in Bosnia, but in the whole region. And as a result of initial experience of this halal agency from Bosnia, we have also agency in Croatia, like in Serbia, and in some other countries. And in fact, this Islamic community is well integrated. We have Mufti office in Zagreb, we have Mufti office in Sarajevo, they are in some other capitals, and they are closely collaborating on these issues. We are happy, very happy that Jakim has accredited both our halal agency and the one in Zagreb as well. So our products are safe, you can consume them here in Malaysia. We are happy we can export more to you. Just another thing I would like to highlight is about Sarajevo Halal Fair. We in fact would like to position Sarajevo as a halal hub in the Southeast Europe. We believe we have some reasons for this. First of all, Bosnia as a state has free trade access to the EU market, which is 500 million consumers and 56 million Muslim consumers, which is 3 times of the Muslim consumers in Malaysia. And they are also increasingly consuming halal products. So this is one fact. Second, we have free trade access to Southeast European countries. We have the lowest corporate tax in the whole world, 10%. I think Malaysia is 25%. Among all EU member countries, we have the lowest VAT tax, value added tax, 17%. You in Malaysia, you used to have GST 6% and you complained a lot. Well, we have 17% and we are happy. So
we have 25.
Yeah, you see. And then next, Bosnia is positioned, as a bridge between East and West. So Sarajevo, as our capital, is very multi-diverse, multi-religious, multi-ethnic, multi-city called European Jerusalem. And we believe we can position ourselves as a center together with Croatia, with Zagreb, with Rijeka, that is also promoting halal industry in the region. We can position ourselves as a hub in this part of the world so that we can integrate halal industry, global halal industry, attract business people from ASEAN, from GCC countries, Middle East, so that they can have access to Southeast Europe and EU market. And we believe we can offer a lot. We have some experience, as I said. We are not new in this business. And yeah, you said this agency has accredited, I don't know exact numbers, but these are hundreds of companies and these are thousands of products and services. And they are doing this for the last 15 years, and they are having regular contacts with their Malaysian counterparts. They are attending MIHAS and other important events in this country. And we are really grateful to Malaysia for providing us continuous support in this regard. We have learned a lot, and without Malaysian support, we would not be able to be where we are today. Thank you.
So, sir, can I say, so the government supporting it, your country also the government supporting it, so do you have an enforcer as well? You do?
It is actually an interesting question. We have a unique experience. I mean, both Croatia and Bosnia, it's quite comparable. Sarajevo Halal Fair is organized by Bosnia Bank International, which is owned by the Islamic Development Bank. This is one fact. But accreditation bodies are within Islamic community under the Mufti office. So there is no legal regulation in Bosnia how to manage the halal industry. It is Islamic community who is in charge. They have their own procedures, regulations, and as religious communities, they are accepted by the state, by the government, just like Croatia. We are having a similar experience. So it is a bit different than Malaysia, this is very much integrated into the business of the state, into the government, into the law, legislation. We have somehow different.
So maybe Jakin can regulate and enforce it in the future and send an enforcer. Yes. So I still have time. So I like to. So let's ask Cik Ruslan. He's eager. He wants to say something because we were everywhere in the world, South Africa and Philippines and so on and so forth. So what's your thought about here you are? You're fighting for your KFC brand, your 3 ayam mas, and then Pizza Hut, all that. So, and then somebody use fake halal or thing. But how halal also help your industry? Do you really have the search of people buying your product because you're halal? Maybe you share some of your experience. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm fearful about she being the moderator, because she always go astray from what has been agreed. So I think although I have this already experience with her in so many other sessions, I believe I'm ready for it. So thank you for the question. Well, again, you see, being a multinational company, Halal has actually put us on a status of the most successful, I can say. I'm not saying to be proud, but looking at the figures and the numbers of restaurants that we have. In Malaysia, we have about, the whole system, we have 1,400 restaurants that is halal certified. Yeah, compared to some state certificate.
In Malaysia or around Asia?
In Singapore, in Cambodia, because we operate in Brunei, in Singapore, in Cambodia, as well as in Malaysia. So altogether, 1,400. That includes not only restaurants, but also manufacturing plants. We go to an extent not only to monitor the operations in those particular premises that is certified halal, but we also being an vertically integrated manufacturing business, we also regulate our feed mill, which is also not certified halal at the moment, but we ensure that all ingredients, all those processes that they go through, including logistics, are ensured to be in compliance to the Sharia, not certified halal.
Cik Rostan, can I ask you, with all this success, is it difficult for you to have the ingredient halal from your suppliers?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that is an issue. Where there is will, there is always a way. So it's something that you want to find reasons for you not to do halal. Then of course there are so many other reasons that you can come up with. Yeah? But the fact that if you are committed, if you have that push to do halal in a comprehensive manner, because after all, as Muslims, and of course the company is majority owned by Muslims, we have that drive to do not only halal from A to Z, but we are also ensuring that whatever that it takes to ensure the production in terms of the welfare of the staff is also taken care of. Yeah? So these are some of those that has not been regulated for a halal company. I was also privileged yesterday to be attending the Islamic Finance Roundtable, organized by the Bank Negara yesterday in Johor Bahru. They were also discussing about Islamic finance, how they should be integrating with B2B. But I believe it is a consensus among the finance industry, the Islamic finance industry, that you cannot detach halal production, the stakeholders' interest, and Islamic finance. Islamic finance will collapse if there is no support by halal manufacturers, because Islamic finance is there to actually finance only halal business activities.
So people buy you because you're KFC or because you're halal?
That is the big answer.
Just to test his, so he's alert a little bit more. Both?
It's both. It's both. To me, it's both. But the fact that halal provides an additional assurance of integrity, additional assurance of food safety, additional assurance. So that puts it up to a level where you have additional monitoring, additional people coming to visit you to check. It's not just KKM, it's also JAKIM, it's also the state authorities, because we have got 14 states in Malaysia that not only, the KKM comes and visit, but these authorities were in this.
So you're saying that because there's a will there, therefore you make all the compliances into the system halal and properly checked. Can I say that? I bet you have this big technology system in your QSR to manage end-to-end of all the halal producers and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So hopefully you use Verify Halal to check from other countries as well. Right. So thank you. So the reason, although we open by saying fake halal and not fake halal, but and how the government is supporting it. So I think you can understand the objective of the discussion today, how far the government support, how far the industry support, how far the industries themselves committed to have that. Because people like KFC, I bet they will use 50 to 100 ingredients in their flour, in their thousands of ingredients. And thousands has to be certified halal. Even your chili paste and everything must come from certified halal kitchen and so on. That's how beautiful, or that's how hygienic it is across the supply chain. It must be halal. Let's talk about this. Maybe Daslina first, because she sent all this product globally, and I know you also do halal certification for some of the manufacturers, because they suddenly realize, hey, if I have halal, I can sell more, right? I can sell more to Croatia, I can sell more to Bosnia. So how do you regulate fake and non-fake in your logistic industry? Fake halal, not fake halal, because you have halal logistic, right? So that's meant from the container, from warehouse, and so on and so forth. How do you make sure there's no contamination and so on? So because we're in digital Islamic today, perhaps you'd like to elaborate a little bit.
Right, okay, thank you, Banana, and thank you for the organizer for inviting me today. Right, basically as a halal certified logistic company, we will check every components, every product that will enter our warehouse or that that they require us to transport it, to deliver to the local location or international. Right. So basically, once they want to store their products in our warehouse, basically we will ask them to submit their halal certificates. Yeah, and then we will check with the JAKIN database. This certificate is valid, still valid or not. Okay, and then if they have not obtained any other halal certificates, so we will have another option for them. We will segregate them, dedicated place for this non-halal product basically. But once we are certified halal logistic company, we are not allowed to mix any non-halal product in the warehouse or in our transport basically. Yeah.
So how do you feel that now halal is getting bigger, trillion and trillion of business, people calling you non-stop? People asking you to deliver their product? Are they taking up halal logistics across the supply chain? I have to ask you this.
Okay, that is the challenge of halal logistics. That is the biggest challenge because halal supply, halal product is already mentioned. Everyone wants to have halal certificate for their products, but not for the whole ecosystem, unfortunately. But we have here, our idola here, QSR, which is very emphasized to maintain the integrity of the whole halal supply chains. Yeah. Actually, under our company, Transglobal Logistics, yes, we are certified halal logistic company, and we have a subsidiary, Islam Ventures Berhad, whereby Islam Ventures is a strategic partner to JAKIN to coach and to train or to share our knowledge about the whole halal supply chain integrity. There is a challenge when you have halal product, right, but then you don't want to use halal logistics. Because for you, my responsibility only at the factory. That is need to be changed. If you want to maintain the halal supply chain ecosystem, the chain is all about logistics, all about warehouse, transportation, container for export or import basically. Yeah, and the most important thing is we need to embed the traceability system on the blockchain technology so that it will be transparent and enhance the integrity of the brand of the company. Thank you.
Very good answer, I think. So you guys tell your friend, when you check a company, when you buy, make sure they use halal logistics also. Maybe next time halal finance, right? So, Puan Hamidah, now this lady is into ISOs. By the way, are you aware that in Geneva, ISOs is been around for 70 years? If you want LLB, ACCA, you must write to them. And there's a branch in your country, and in Malaysia is Standard Department, in order to create a standard. A standard cannot be created, I just want to create a standard. No, it takes at least 1 to 3 years and consultation with the industry to come up with a standard. Today, JAKIN have 14 halal standards, and I'm interested and intrigued with Puan Hamidah because she now has Sharia ISO standard as well. So, which is if you a halal company or halal bank or Sharia bank, so you have to certify those companies halal or Sharia compliant. So can you share a little bit with us? How's the take up? Are people really interested? Do they bother with it?
Assalamualaikum, my brother sister here. Sorry, my voice today is like a rock singer. Talking marketing director for the last 1 week. Partner, the two areas. It's actually when we talking about halal. When we talk about halal in Malaysia, we remember JAKIN. Halal is JAKIN. That is the Malaysia so-called Malaysia is a synonym in Malaysia. Okay? But when we talk about services, Sharia-based services, so how is actually we got about it? For example, for finance institution and also the crowdfunding and capital, the similar industry. So how you ensure that there is so-called Sharia compliance, all the processes take out from first step A to Z. Yeah, how you ensure that? Alhamdulillah, luckily in Malaysia, from Jabatan Malaysia, by the way, I'm not from Jabatan Malaysia, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm one of the consultants under Jalina Ilmu and IQMS. We had a few clients which is want to ensure their services have no doubt, is trustworthy and also give full confidence, especially to Muslim brothers and sisters. Yeah? In Malaysia, we do have MS Definitely NS 1900.
Juan, can you put the microphone closer to your mouth?
Yeah, sorry. MS 1900. MS 1900 is Sharia-based quality management system. Yeah, this is really good because in this standard they have a list of the requirements the organization must fulfill. All the list. If let's say you are from the finance industry, you have certified with this quality Sharia-based quality management system. That's for your overall process. Yeah. Besides that, you also need to check with, for example, in Malaysia we have security commissioning to certify the pillar of the finance. And also, if you are in the food industry, we need to have the Halal Jaki certification. That's it goes about all the standards, especially MS 1900. Yeah, that's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Very technical, but it's very important because without that, you cannot certify halal. How many more minutes we have? May I ask the organizer? No, organizer is not here. How about we go for 10 minutes? But anyway, right. So, I want to engage you people down there. Don't sleep, yeah? Right. So we have all these beautiful people here, smart, intelligent, who's really devoted to halal. Hey, anybody have any question to any of my panels? Please stand up, introduce yourself, use the mic. Semua takut. Time is up, they said. But I have one. Yes, madam?
Okay, I want to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Rana, okay? I want just, anyone, guys? I think my voice is okay. Can you talk here, madam? Yes. Yeah, okay, sure.
They started late, so they give us a little bit more. It's fine. Okay?
Okay, just to make it easier. Okay, I want to introduce myself first. My name is Dr. Rana. Actually, why I want to ask about a very specific question. We are talking about halal and it's a very nice thing, but based on my experience, sometimes the halal doesn't mean high quality. And this really happened, like, based on my experience with some banks here in Malaysia, it's, okay, just to introduce the name is Bank Islam. And when you talk in Malaysia about halal Islamic banks, they, oh, Bank Islam, okay. But when you talk about the quality of service, sorry, they're just raising the title that it's halal, it's Islamic bank. When we talk about the quality, no, it's not.
Okay, gotcha.
So can we just like try to raise that, not just halal, but we need to match halal plus high quality, just to keep the good image about the halal things.
Thank you very much. So I think our Dr. Shrajuddin, you have any, please? Ha.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rana, for a good question. Most of the platform we talk about it, especially on services. Just now she mentioned about the Islamic banking. Yeah, the product is halal, Sharia compliance, but the services is not so good. That's why, for us, on product, we use the concept halal and tayyiban. It's halal with the high quality, with the traceability and trust. So now is the time when you mention about it, we need to talk with all these Islamic banking or Islamic finance players, not only to secure your product is Sharia compliance or halal, but make sure that the quality is also there to support the product, inshallah.
Well, very good. So since time is up, oh, you have something to say? Yeah, just one.
In addition to that, yeah, I'm also lucky or privileged to be involved in the development of the Malaysian framework, occupational framework with the Ministry of Labour with regards to how we want to establish a framework of good human capital that we have in Malaysia to ensure that halal is something that people see as the best in the world. And one of the areas that we brought up is the issue of ethics. How you apply ethics to develop that human capital that's going to handle halal. Yeah? That's one thing. And also how we put in the element of excellence public relations into the training programs. So these are the things. I'm also privileged to be in the development of a few universities' curriculum. So that is something that we are doing. It is in the pipeline, but the success, of course, depends on who runs it.
Right.
Yes, I will give you just example. In Croatia, according to service and hotels, which have this certification of halal agency, they are so scared to lose halal certification. So they are controlling services, they are controlling tables when they serve food and beverages and a lot of things. So in Croatia, that is a very strict policy to control hotel services, restaurants and places where Muslim tourists are coming and eating the halal products. And pharmacy, of course.
Since the time is not allowing us to go further, I must thank all my panel speakers here. Thank you so much, and the audience for listening to us. Thank you.